Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 6, and they released a new trailer for The Flash Season 6 with episodes 1 through to 6, I think, yesterday, so let's watch that trailer.
I saw billions of possible futures, billions of deaths. Maybe this is the reason I was given powers, to save everyone. We've got to stop you from vanishing.
We've changed the future before, we can change it again. The Barry I know would never stop running. He would find another way to fight. So what do we do first?
Welcome to a world where anything can and probably will happen.
All of our lives are gonna be on the line.
Welcome to Earth 1. My name is Cisco Ramon.
Oh, great. Another angry one.
You want to tell me why the hell you were time traveling to begin with?
I needed to see this crisis for myself.
Soon, he will answer the call.
I don't understand you, Barry. You march towards death without fear. Where is it you get your strength?
People I love.
Where's Barry?
Suit's finished.
Your emblem, our badges, they're symbols of the strength that we're charged with. When we hear the call of duty, we're willing to make that sacrifice.
Oh my God.
We just ran out of time.
We can't stop what's coming. I have to prepare the team for this crisis. Maybe even a world without the Flash.
So first off, I do want to say sorry for the late upload. I just wasn't home. I knew the trailer was coming out, and I don't know how it just slipped my mind that it was coming out, and I made a split-second decision to not be here when it was out. So yeah, the video is coming out now. Now, I usually do read a synopsis just before a trailer, and while we don't have one for episode 1, the only official synopsis we have is for episode 2, which is for an episode called A Flash of the Lightning, and this is the synopsis for that episode because it features heavily in this trailer. Faced with the news of his impending death, Barry's resiliency suffers as he struggles to fight fate. Meanwhile, Cecile's career as a DA conflicts with her identity when she crosses paths with a villainous metahuman. Now, obviously, you could argue that synopsis sort of spoils parts of episode 1, but I think we all knew that Barry was going to be told that. And quickly with the Cecile thing, just because I don't really want to bring it up during the trailer breakdown, it is Norvok, who we've met in previous seasons. That's the metahuman that Cecile comes across, so yeah. But of course, we're going to break it down, but throughout the video, be sure to leave all of your various thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What part from this trailer got you most excited for the upcoming Season 6, which starts in like 4 days, I think, from when this video goes up, or 5 or something. Yeah, leave all those various thoughts in the comments section down below. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video and just excited from what you see here, why not drop a like on the video to show that support and hype. So the first thing we see is Barry in Earth 3. Now, obviously, it could be debated where it was, but we know, like before, I guess, we knew certain things, but now we know this is exactly Earth 3, and he's reciting the whole, things we've heard in like the past 2 or 3 promos, which is like the billions of possible futures and the billions of deaths and stuff like that with him crying. We've seen the shot a couple of times. Now, I guess like the lucky thing of me waiting to do this trailer, or missing the chance to do the trailer, is that a few hours after this trailer came out, some promo images for episode 2 came out, and it actually revealed that the Nora Allen doppelganger is that of Joan Williams. And you might be going, oh, okay, Joan, I've heard that name associated with who this character could possibly be, and that's actually that character, because Joan Williams is the person who goes on to be Joan Garrick, the wife of Jay. Now I'm going to assume that they are boyfriend and girlfriend during this period, that being Joan and Jay, but they seem to be like work partners as well, going off the promo images at least. Or maybe, Joan is the person who works here and Jay just wears a coat just to blend in, I guess. I don't know, but I'm assuming that's what's going to go down here, but this will be weird for Barry, seeing his the doppelganger of his mother. Maybe this is the reason why I was given powers, to save everyone. So this is Barry obviously talking about Crisis on Infinite Earth. Now, it must essentially feel like it is his destiny. Now that he's learning this, that it is his destiny to go and do this. Obviously, you could argue, well, in the Elseworlds crossover, it wasn't his destiny to die saving the Earth and stuff. But I guess there's multiple destinies now, and just his destiny was rewritten to this point. But Team Flash are set to rewrite the future, as I think Iris says in the trailer. I think Iris is the one that says it. They've done it before, referring, I guess, mainly to Iris dying back in Season 3. So they're going to go about doing this and not allow Barry to die. We all know that Barry's not going to die completely and be well, I guess not rewritten, but written off the show. But I wouldn't be surprised if in Crisis Barry actually does die, but there's a way in which he comes back, whether it's through the means of Oliver Queen or some other thing. And I think they'll probably, basically, go about doing what happens to him in the actual Crisis event in the comics. We'll have to wait and see. I think he'll die in Crisis, but still come back in some way. That sounds weird, but I think it'll happen. Now, we do see Barry as the Flash and Killer Frost in this messy hospital. Now, I did see some people saying that this could be, this is like the future in Crisis, but would you go to a hospital, in Crisis? Do you think you go to a more epic place? I think this is more to do with Bloodwork, and also how would you get Killer Frost there? You know what I mean? I think this more has to do with Bloodwork, obviously, Doctor, and blood, so he's probably at a hospital going about doing things here, maybe the morgue of the hospital. So that's probably what's going on here. I don't know what episode it would specifically be from. I'd say maybe like 3 or 4, maybe 5, probably 3 or 4. I'd say 3 or 4. But it's gonna be interesting to see like how bloody they do get with Bloodwork, because the Flash is only it's like their family rating in America, so I don't know how bloody they can actually get with stuff. Now, we do see Chester P. Runk again, who we saw in the most recent promo before this one. Now, he will be the cause of everything shaking in Jitters when we see Caitlin there, and also again like dragged along the floor. It's because of him. And also what we see Joe staring at earlier in the trailer, and like we've seen I think all the trailers, we've seen like Joe staring up at the sky. I won't spoil why he's the cause of this, even though I'm sure someone will put what it is in the comments. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil what it is exactly. Now, this was an interesting part which some might have missed, and that was Ralph passed out on this table. Now, no clue what's happening here. It could easily be something where he was hit in the head and just got knocked out. But Barry looks like very worried. If you look at his face, he's like, what the hell's going on? Are we going to be able to save this dude? So I wonder what happened to him. Maybe Bloodwork could be something that happens here. We know there were some set photos where there was like Bloodwork versus Ralph. So this could maybe be the after effects of this, or the aftermath, might I say, of that. If that's probably the outcome. It just matters if they edited that episode in time, because that was only episode, I think, 7, I think. So this might contain some stuff from episode 7, but that might not be the case. We'll have to wait and see. But Bloodwork versus Ralph might have been the thing that happened before this. But speaking of Ralph, we do see him in CCPD holding like a press conference of sorts with all like the media around him. Now, I guess the big question here is like, will he reveal his identity to the world, that Ralph Dibny is Elongated Man? Is he going to reveal that? Because in the comics, Ralph is one of the few heroes, and I guess major heroes, that is known to the public. So, by that I mean like people know that Ralph is the Elongated Man. Like, it's not a secret like Barry being the Flash, or Clark Kent being Superman, or Bruce Wayne being Batman and stuff like that. Now, this could be connected to him lying in Star Labs, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the case there if it is, Bloodwork versus Ralph. But the big question that people might be wondering is like, why would Ralph let people know who he is? Now, in the comics, I think he does it to like make more money or help his business out, like something along those lines. I don't necessarily know if they'll go down that route in the show. They could, that could be the option. But it seems like it's going to be a bit of a serious scene. So I don't know if you do such a serious scene for like such a comical or random outcome. So there must be a proper reason to this. Maybe it's for Central City to maybe get more trust in their heroes, or at least maybe trust an Elongated Man or something like that. I have no idea. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, why is he doing this? Now, we do see Jay asking Barry like why he was time traveling apparently, and Barry, went on to see Crisis by the sounds of it, for himself. Like, we even see the monitor in the time vault, and he's there normally, but then he almost gives off like a worried look at one stage. Maybe Barry speeds off after maybe a monitor telling him like certain dates and stuff like that, and he wasn't able to stop him. So maybe Barry witnesses his own death. I don't know if that actually. Would they show us that? Would you like to see that? I'm pretty sure everyone's going to say, yeah, we'd like to see that. But do you think they'll do that? Do you think they'll show Barry going to the future and seeing his own death in Crisis? Like, that'd be at the end of episode 1. That'd be like one hell of a cliffhanger if that's to happen. Or maybe it carries on into episode 2. But even then, within the first 2 episodes, you might see that. Would you want that? Or want to see that? Why am I asking, would you want to see that? Am I an idiot? Do you think that's possible? That's the question. Answer that question in the comments, please. Now, we do get another shot of the new Wells, and he seems to be like amongst some like rubble or some sort of destruction. It is hard to tell exactly where he is, but there is some like pipes around him and all that, so maybe it's some like Crisis-related stuff that was happening on his Earth, which then leads him to Earth 1. They have said that this new version of Harrison Wells has the most emotional journey out of all the ones that have come before, which isn't that hard of a thing. I think like the most emotional is probably HR and maybe Harry, because like the demise he had or the downfall. But I'm interested to see what they do there, like this most emotional journey apparently. Speaking of like emotional, we do see Breacher on Cisco's bed, and he looks pretty sad. And I don't necessarily know. Like, he's in the, like, Cisco and Camilla must have been asleep in their bed, and the breacher just popped out in the end of it or something. That must have been what happens there. But he does look sad. So I wonder if maybe Gypsy died. I'm wondering if they're going to do a lot of crisis connections, where a lot of things are happening on different Earths, and the crisis hasn't hit Earth 1 yet. So maybe like the stuff with the wells, and maybe even Earth 3 might be starting to feel effects of crisis early on. And maybe it's the same on Breach's Earth, which is what, Earth 19. So maybe Gypsy died. That might be why he's sad. Maybe, you know, because Gypsy's like the bounty hunter. Maybe she tried to fight it and died, unfortunately. I don't know. What do you think? Now, we do get our first good look at Ultraviolet. Now, she will be in episode 6. She is a created person or character for this show. Now, there were people that thinking that she was Red Death, and I rolled my eyes because I don't know why you would think that. But yeah, this is Ultraviolet. Now, I'm not sure if she's a metahuman or just an assassin type. Looking at her, how she's dressed, I think assassin type. Almost looks like a Mortal Kombat character. It's like a fighter, but she will be in episode 6, which is like the Ralph Dibny centric episode. So yeah. Now we do get a good amount of Ramsey Russo, aka Bloodwork, talking to Barry. I won't recite it all, but it finishes off with him asking Barry where he gets his strength, with Barry replying, "The people I love," which will be a major pushing factor behind Barry this season, considering what is coming mid-season, you know, the large crisis. That was like the big centric thing of this trailer. I think it was even called like the power of love or something like that. So that's going to be a big driving force behind not only what Barry's doing, but also even Oliver and Arrow. Now, we do see Killer Frost training with her ice blades, I guess you'd call them. Now, it makes sense, as she used to use those, like, she used to like project those icicles, like almost like bullets or like daggers and stuff. But that is like a pretty deadly attack, and obviously Killer Frost is becoming more Frost rather than Killer. Now, the blades at least give her more control, so she isn't killing everyone that she, you know, uses them against. Now, we see her using it on a dummy, but I think also Barry potentially early in the trailer, he speeds off, and maybe he was just putting the dummy there. I don't know. I have to prepare this team for crisis, maybe even a world without the Flash. Now, I love this line. This was at what ended the trailer. Now, this trailer was very well done. It's arguably one of the best trailers they've put out. I don't know if it's necessarily the best trailer. It is long, which gives it the advantage of just being long, so you can put more stuff in there and make people enjoy it more. But this was really well done. It's great that they put this out like 4 or 5 days before the show comes back, because this doesn't get you hyped, and I don't know what will. And they showed a lot of good stuff there, whether it's just related to Flash and Bloodwork for the opening half of the season, or even just some like literal crisis stuff with the Monitor even, and just what's coming in that event. So they did a really good job with this trailer. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and it shows support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on this trailer. What was your favorite part from it? What gets you the most excited? What are your different thoughts on the stuff we went over? Leave all of that in the comments section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.